What's up, everybody? Did y'all love our start menu? I hope you all did because tonight we are going a deep dive into Starfield. Oh man, Xbox International Podcast. We're gonna have so much fun tonight. Woohoo! Talk about Starfield here on episode number 78. And hey, guys, our captain is now a football coach, soccer coach. Yes, he has now decided to go and teach a little bit of soccer, for a couple of days. So he won't be here with us tonight, but yeah, he will be with us next week. Yep. But either way, though, let us start off with these awesome people that are on here with us. Sourblow, the one known as the Moisty Richie, which now he probably is now using brown pants after he read everything what happened in Starfield. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh man, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Unfortunately, after this menu, we're probably gonna get some bad reviews today, or
Oh man.
people are gonna unsubscribe because of this horrible menu at the beginning of. But no, I'm doing fine. Been busy this week, but excited to be with you guys.
Oh man, I'm excited too. I'm excited too, man. I thought I wasn't going to join y'all because we had a storm here today in Dominican Republic. It was insane. It was crazy, but I'll be honest with you, it was just water. Like, not, I was expecting like a big thing, like they were like thinking we were all going to drown or a big issue. I don't know. I don't know what happened though, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like that November 4th thing that happened last year. But either way, we're good. We're happy. Let's go. Let's keep on with the show. And speaking about shows, the man down there who does his own show and he has one of the best podcasts out there, Mr. Big Plume. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing great. We got lots of news. It seems like we're getting into the most exciting time in video games for over the next couple of months. So I'm excited to talk about it. Excited to play a bunch of games. And Louis, I'm happy you're alive. I see
Thank
you
you.
took a shower. That's why you were late to the show. But you're probably
Yep.
smelling good this show. But we'll see.
Yeah, I had to shower because, hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. I had to clean up a lot of water today. Yep, lots of water, but I'm good to go. I'm good to go. So either way, I just jumped in the
Oh,
shower,
the,
noticed
the
the
water
time.
got in your house?
A little bit, not that much, but a little bit.
Oh
But yeah,
wow.
I had to do a little bit of cleaning. Yeah, it was pretty insane. Yeah, because these storms come with a little bit of wind, and yeah, water came in, and so yeah, I had to mop with my moppy, my automatic moppy. So pretty much it was cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, y'all
Nice.
laughing at me with my automatic moppy. That's not nice.
You
Stop
tell
laughing.
us. You tell us why we're laughing.
Oh, I know why. Because you guys say they bought that for me to mop. I know. But no worries. I do all the
Wait,
mopping. I do. Wait, what?
nothing. It must have been scary being in jail while a storm was going through. So, like I said, I'm just happy you're alive.
Ah, I'm good. I'm good. No worries. No worries. I live on the fifth floor, so I'm good. I'm good. No, no, nothing bad happens up here. But anyways, let's start with you, Mr. Big Plume. What have you been playing, sir?
Halo consistently, so that's going to be on my list. I don't know if I need to mention it every week, but I'm still playing it. It's fun. It's the best FPS out right now. I don't care what anyone says. And Immortals of Avium I started last night, which is pretty good. I played like 3 hours of it, and it's just like a fast-paced magic first-person shooter with some decent acting in it, some decent storytelling, and like I like the atmosphere and the character designs and everything. So that one looks like it's going to be one of those games that maybe flies under the radar because I don't know how many people are playing right now and how much marketing there was around it. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Good thing you're playing it because I was gonna ask somebody about it, but that's good. I mean, it seems like a lot of fun. Danny Pena went through it, and it seemed like he loved it. And at the end of when you read the what's it called, the credits, his name comes out in that.
Oh,
Him
nice.
in Paris, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
it,
nice.
it it looks, but the game looks real fun. I mean, it's something different. I can imagine doing all those cool spells and all those fights. It's got to be pretty awesome, especially first person mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure. There's a lot of variety in the combat too so far that I've played. So if you like that type of stuff, I would check it out.
And we got Plume in prison. And you know why? He's playing Halo, and he's not inviting us.
Oh yeah,
He is.
oh,
He's
who
on.
is? Oh, I got a free timeout. Yes, yes, I don't get a timeout. Woohoo!
This is the
Woohoo!
first time I've been in prison. Now I know what it feels like to be Louis.
Wait, what? Excuse me.
Oh man.
Before I ask you, Salvo, what you've been playing, we got a $5 super chat from our awesome captain, Silent Cypher, which says your start menu was basic and tells me you're not ready for launch. 60 Metacritic. Hello, awesome folks in chat and crew. Sorry, I can't be there. Love y'all. Yes, I know. You already told them what you've been doing. I said you have now become a coach, just like the Big Plume, which he coaches baseball sometimes on Wednesdays. But yeah, but it's cool. It's cool, Silent. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. And speaking about doing stuff, Sourblow, tell me what you've been playing, sir.
All right. Well, I've been playing some Gotham Knight. I actually last night I kind of quit on it because I just got tired of like I enjoy like an hour of it. I do part of a story, and then I gotta grind to open up a next part of the story. I'm like, I'm not enjoying this open world stuff. So I was just like, whatever. Maybe I'll get back to it, but I'm not enjoying that. So I started this little game called Bramble. I think it's called. It's on Game Pass,
Rambo
and Bramble. I think it's called. It's pretty
or bro?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a kind of like a small like horror game, but it's like kind of like it's hard to describe, but it's an indie game. And I also played like 3 matches of Halo, which that last match, I gotta be honest, I don't even know how I was doing it. I was I was just I got like 17 kills and only died twice, and I killed like 12 to 13 in a row. I was like, oh my god, I felt pretty good.
Wait. What were you playing yesterday night? You played what?
Halo Infinite. I
So
played.
so so, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now we're gonna
Where's
get
my
into.
invite?
Yeah, exactly. Where is our
No, no,
invite?
no. Wait, I got in to play 2 matches or three to just go to
Mm-hmm.
sleep. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I did not invite nobody. But
Sounds like an
but
excuse to me.
Yeah,
Plume said
exactly.
he's been playing it all week.
No, that's
Oh.
not. That's not the point. I even wrote, and you know what the sad part is? I mean, last night I was super bored. I was like, "Hey, does anybody want to play anything?" And it was like a dead silence. Like nobody wanted to play with me. Yo, I felt sad. I was like, "Damn, these guys don't want to play with me." Does that mean I suck that much or something? I don't know, but nobody even
We
wrote
should.
back to me saying, "Hey, yeah, let's play." I know. Oh yeah, only one person wrote back, and that was Silent. Silent said, "No, buddy, I have to go to sleep. Gotta wake up at this time at night." And I was like, "Okay, cool, I understand that." But the other guys, though, look at that. They were playing Halo, and then I said, "Hey, let me invite Louis to play a little bit of Halo or do something." But yeah,
Blue,
that's
but if you see no one replies, you should just get on the Xbox and see if anyone's connected, and then
get
hit
on.
us
Yeah.
up there.
Oh, but I did get on. I was on the extra for like a while, and I did not
Okay,
see
then why you
anybody.
didn't hit us up?
I just did not see you online, so I was like, "Hey, what you guys want to play or anything?" But now I noticed that you went on and played. Boom was probably playing, and no one invited me. But no worries,
But
I'll get
I
new
was
buddies.
online. What do you mean I wasn't online?
I don't know, but I'll get new Halo buddies. No worries, and then I'll get new Halo buddies and new friends to play. I I know somebody out there who was probably playing, but he was quiet. And that is Eternal Shaddai. The cheater, the killer stealer cheater, and he's not here, which is weird. But yes, let's wait for him to come here so I can what's it called, troll on him. But no, but either way though. So you guys are not gonna ask me anything because hey man,
Yeah, yo, what's you been playing? Well, you
what
haven't been playing because no one wanted to play with
Oh,
you.
that is true. That's sad, man. That's sad. That sounded real sad. It sounded real bad and sad.
Louis just been
No,
staring at the dashboard, waiting
yeah,
for an invite.
yeah. I was like staring at the dashboard all night yesterday. I was like, damn, I'm bored because since the storm and everything, I was like,
Oh
damn,
man.
I'm bored. I want to play something. I don't want to play multiplayer, but no, nobody showed up. Well, man, I played Texas with you guys. Oh, Sour wasn't there. Sour chicken. Now he said, hey guys.
No.
Listen,
I was in New Jersey. You know that.
listen. Sour said he had to go to New Jersey because he did not want to play Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, I wasn't there for
He
that.
was scared, man. He was scared.
I gotta go back this weekend too.
Oh, you gotta go back
Oh,
this
I was gonna
weekend.
say
Oh,
we should play again this weekend, but I guess
yes,
you're
yes.
scared
Yeah.
again.
He's scared. You see, he already before we
I,
even said we were gonna play this weekend. Again, look at him. He's running away again.
I could
See,
try to take my ROG allies here. You know.
oh, I know, Sourblow. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. But don't worry, I got you here. Don't worry. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell him, Mrs. Hey, you know what? He's been doing this stuff. So when Starfield comes out, you don't bother him. That's right. That's what I'm gonna do.
Smart.
Yeah. Oh, see, invite me, look. I got you. See, most consistent Xbox clip. All right, man. Hey, I'm gonna here. This is where you can find me on Xbox. Simple and easy, crazy Louis, and my picture is a predator. If you see a predator picture, that is me. Add me as a friend, and I will add you back. All right.
He's like invite me, Lou, so I can block you.
Oh damn! Why do y'all gotta be so mean like that? Why do you be so mean like that, man? That is just wrong. That is just wrong. But anyways, man, I play Texas, and I've been like I said, I've been busy playing Red Dead Redemption. I just can't wait to be. Can't wait. I don't want to finish that game. I'm just having too much fun. I'm just doing so many crazy stuff in that game. You know, I was doing the gunslinger mission, and that was just a lot of fun. Seriously, there's always so much stuff to do. Such a fun game. Highly recommended Red Dead Redemption 2, guys. If you have not played it, play it. Really do. So before I do the captain's announcement, because really our sweet, awesome captain is not here. Sarah, do you have anything to add or anything to talk about before I go and do my announcement? You know, I gotta
I mean, I could do it now. Yeah, I was gonna talk about real quick.
Oh,
I just want.
why don't you go through the flight itinerary where Oh, look! Wait a minute! Our captain here, Silent Cypher, with a $2 super chat says, "Crazy Louis is a predator." Ban? What do you mean ban? I'm a predator from Alien versus Predator, not the other type of predator you're talking about. No, I am a predator from the Alien versus Predator universe. Just in case, I love predators. Yes,
Oh man.
yes. All right, but either way, go through right through the flight itinerary while I suit up. We're back.
Okay. Well, for today's episode, we're gonna try to talk all the topics, but I did a kind of like a deep dive on notes for Starfield. We want to do our deep dive where we're gonna talk about Starfield, the the lore of Starfield, player customization, the game location, ships and ship combat, ground combat, space exploration, outpost construction. Then we're gonna talk, of course, about Gamescom a little bit, and then we if we have time, of course, we will touch some other news because a lot of interesting news came out yesterday and today. Before Crazy Lou comes in with the in-flight announcement, I just want to say real quick. If you guys want to support this channel, of course, the best way of supporting it is just coming in, hanging out with us, hitting the like button, subscribing if you haven't subscribed. We do have memberships, and I just want to show real quick for channel memberships, you get the badges for all the tiers. You also get the stickers that you probably see around some of the members. Post around, and I also do personalized tickets, which I'm gonna show. Wait, on this side. Wait, this side. Okay, on this side, right here, you'll probably see them. We have one for each tier. There's economic, there's a business class, and there's a first class, which I sent to the members every Wednesday before the episode. It has some of the information that we're gonna touch in the episode, and we also have two basically other benefits for being members. It depends on your tiers. Like we might have certain videos that might be only for members. Some of them will be for members first, and then it'll be for the public. And then for the highest tier, we also have which I kind of edited a little bit because I don't want you guys to see everything, but we have the monthly airline control handbook, which will come every month. It will have lots of information about our guests, about the gaming news, and other stuff. So if you would like to further support us, please support us there. But anyway, I'm ranting a little bit here. So let's go to Crazy Lou with our in-flight announcement.
Yes, since we are in
Oh my
Starfield
God, what
mode.
is all this?
What? What's wrong? We're in Starfield mode, aren't we? So yeah, I gotta wear my Starfield helmet. Well, probably so. But either way, here we go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Sour has turned on the subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Please store your food, and beverages next to your desk underneath the seat or in front of you. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. And also make sure you have hit that notification bell. We gently remind that smoking and drinking are not prohibited on this flight. However, not inviting your friends to play Halo or any multiplayer game is strictly prohibited. I'm looking at you, Sourblow and Big Plume. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight panelists. Thank you, and back to me. All right, let's go. Let's rock this thing. Here to go. Let's give a shout out to our passengers.
I tried giving you the astronaut effect. I don't know if it worked.
Try to give me. Oh, but no worries. I got an astronaut suit on the way. The thing is, oh man, the storm got in between, and damn, it didn't get here. I got an astronaut helmet coming in, so yeah, it's for the Starfield, anyways. But let's continue. Let me give it out this shout out to this awesome, beautiful chat. Let us start. Hold up. Yep, there we go. All right. El movimiento de línea. Let's go. Vamos a hablar de Starfield. Hey, what's up, el movimiento de la línea? Welcome to XBI. Yes. Hoy vamos a hablar de Starfield. Let's do this. Dion London. Yes, you are here. Welcome, sir. Keep on going down the list. Talos, the man with the ray. What's up, Talos? Jonas, the dad. Hello from the West Coast. I'm in Oregon. Ooh, man, Oregon. That reminds me of a cool game I used to play back in the day, Oregon's Trail. Yeah, that game rocked, man. I remember playing that with a big old floppy disk, putting that thing inside that Mac. But either way, we're not going to talk about Oregon's Trail. If you haven't played it, look for it or look for it on YouTube. Real fun game. G Maybe, what's up, G Maybe J? Vargas, Governor Grim, what's up? How are you doing, sir? What's the Starfield game? Starfield's a lot of cool things. I'm telling you, it is. Yes. Keep on going down the list. It's Timmy. What's up, brother Timmy? Mr. Dark, how are you doing, sir? Hope everything is awesome. Going down the list. Sanchez Martinez. What's up, brother Sanchez Martinez? RSJ fan. Hello. What's up, brother? Let's keep going down the list. Ray G. Hello, Mr. Ray G. Yeah, going down this awesome list. Oh, yes, my new buddy on Xbox. Most consistent Xbox click. All right, what's up? Most consistent. Hope you're doing awesome, brother. Hope you're doing awesome. Keep going down the list. John J. I'm loving Immortal. I can imagine, brother. Man, I want to play more games. The thing is, I don't want to get into more games because if I do, man, Starfield's coming around. I don't want to skip those games for Starfield. Seriously, it's just how many days now? 8 more days, Sour? Or 10? How much? 10?
I think it's 9. I don't know. It can't come soon enough.
September 1st if you got the early access. So
yeah,
was that 7 days?
You
8 days?
You bet I got early.
How many days are in August? 31?
31. So wait a minute. Are we down to the
9 days?
Number? Are we down to that ring number? 7 days. Oh Lord.
Even less or even more.
Oh, once we get to the 7 days, I want to put a tweet out. Oh man, I want to put that 7 days tweet. But either way, let's keep on going down this list. All right, let me see. Obi Rose Konobi. Yes, Obi Rose. What's up, Obi Rose? And man, I saw you fighting with Ho Wang in Tekken. Ho Wang is the best, man. He is the best. That's the character I use. Is it Ho Wang or Ho Rang? I don't know. Either way, I'm probably butchering his name, but he's awesome. Going down this list, going down. Let's see who else is here to see what's up. All right. Oh, we got another $2 super chat from Mr. Joanna Darkin. Says to catch a predator, more like it. Well, y'all want
we got more than one super
We got
chat.
more than one. Oh dear Lord!
Keep going down.
Keep going down. Yes, already said what's up to Dion. London, let me see. Mr. Durant Dark with another $2 super chat. I can confirm Sourblow was afraid to play. Yes, we can confirm that we have
That's right.
that. Oh, I already said what's up. Did I say what's up to our captain? What's up, captain? I know you're not here, but hey, man, have fun over there coaching your soccer game. Yeah, he's gonna teach. What's his name? Is it Micey? What's that soccer game's name? Van Persie's Messi. Yeah, Lionel Messi. Is we gonna teach Lionel Messi. Yeah, what's up, Umbra? Oh, look who's here. Umbra's here right on time. Oh, look who. Uh-oh. See, I told you it was going to come by. The cheater, the killer stealer, Eternal Shaddai. What's up, brother? Eternal Shaddai, you cheater, killer stealer. Man, I'll get you. Don't worry. Jonas the Dad, what's up, Jonas the Dad? Oh, new version of Oregon's Trail is in the MS Store now. Really? Oh, I'm buying that game. Oh, man, I'm going to get it. I love that game back in the day. Who else is here? Who else is here? I think we're all set up. Oh, I'm not a hater. Ask Sourblow, Eternal Shaddai, because Sourblow is here and we do have receipts.
Wait, you missed one more super chat.
Oh, who did I miss? Oh, Silent Cypher with a $2 super chat. Wait, crazy? A floppy what? A floppy disk. Isn't a that's what it was called? Floppy disk, wasn't it?
I don't know. Crazy been talking about a lot of things lately. Like,
What?
I think he's been talking about holes, things that are big.
No. Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Hey. That guy, those actors, when they were talking about that space game, they literally talk about that he pressed his butthole.
Okay.
On the wall.
Let's just move on.
I swear to God.
Let's start with our big topic today. So today we're gonna talk Starfield. For those of you that don't know, which rarely, I believe everyone knows, Starfield is the new universe, 25 years in the making for Bethesda Game Studio. Basically, Todd Howard's baby. And
did you just say Todd's Tower?
Todd Howard's.
It's Todd Howard, not Todd's Tower.
No, I said Todd Howard's. But anyway, so let's begin talking a little bit about the Lord. So I might have to read here, of course, because, there's some stuff. I tried to cut some of the things that I thought was less important, but even though I think all the information they put is pretty important. But we got that in 2050, humans arrive to Mars, and then by 2100, humans are living in space. 59 years later, the United Colony are established, in which New Atlantis is founded, and it becomes the capital. In 2089, the Free Star Collective is formed. And then in 2094, the United Colony positions the star station called the Clinic in orbit of Dipala in the Narian system. The unaffiliated people of Narian system sees this as a United Colony attempt to expand their border and demand the United Colony to remove the clinic. When the United Colony refuses, the people of Narian vote to join the Free Star Collective, who mobilize to protect the system in 2095. In response, the Free Star mobilization, the United Colony moves a fleet into the Narian system, and the Free Star response is kind. The Narian War begins. So basically, we have the first thing that formed was the United Colony after human left, Earth to go to Mars, and then, eventually they formed the United Colony. And because they put a certain orbit there, people were not happy because they thought they were just trying to continue to expand, and they joined the other big faction, which is the Free Star Collective, and basically they weren't happy, and we basically got a war that started. So the Narian War dragged 20 years as the public settlement tower. Finally, there was a treaty. The Treaty of Narian was signed between the United Colony and the Free Star Collective in 2216, ending the conflict. The term settle system is formalized in the treaty. Then
Nice.
after that, what we have Constellation is formed by Sebastian Bank. The launch is built in New Atlantis to serve the needs and people of Constellation for generations to come. Freestar Collective begins farming on the planet of Vesta in the lunar system. And by 2308, the United Colony claims that establishing a colony in the four stars, claiming that by establishing a colony in the four star, the Freestar Collective has violated the Treaty of Narian. So diplomatic talk break down, and the United Colony lays siege to Vesta, kills anyone who stays behind or was brought in to defend it. The colony wars begin, and in 2310, Constellation comes in possession of their first artifact and tucks it away in the Constellation archive. And then we have 2311. After several years of conflict, the colony war effectively comes to an end with the Battle of Chinea as a flotilla of civilian and military Freestar Collective ships takes down the major ships of the United Colony Navy using hit and run tactics. So basically, to sum this up a little bit,
Yes,
um,
please. Seriously, I mean, it sounds like a really bad bedtime story, but yeah, go for it.
so we have after the Narian War, and they did a treaty, they did the settle system, everyone was happy.
Hmm.
Constellation was formed, which is kind of like, I would say that's like the new NASA, which is the people that go and explore and everything. But at the same time, around the time, the Freestar Collective, they began farming in a different planet or a different moon, etc. So the United Colony claims that they're breaking the treaty that they already signed, and then things start to escalate, and then basically war starts again between these two. After several years, okay, I already got that. Okay, in 2326, Barrett finds the original artifact in the Constellation archive, which is the one that they found and they saved, and knows that it must be special. 2 years later, Barrett convinced Constellation to purchase Star Station L868 and modifies it to become a deep space scanner, nicknamed the Eye. So 2330 80, Starfield begins. So you will join Constellation, the last group of space explorers seeking rare artifacts throughout the galaxy and navigate the vast expanse of space in, the Bethesda biggest ambitious game. So basically that's quick information of everything that happened before you start your mission in Starfield. Um, let's start with you, Plume. Like, what do you take about this, all this story and all this stuff, and just speak your mind. Like, I don't even
Uh,
have a question.
before Bloom heads out, man, I gotta say a little sad news, guys. Terry Funk has passed away, man.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Oh, sorry, I got you on
Oh,
jail still.
you got me in jail still. Oh man, that broke my heart reading that. I was a big fan of Terry Funk, but yeah, let's
Yeah.
continue. Sorry for
That's sad.
yeah, that's sad, man. Sad, sad. Oof, such horrible news.
Um, yeah, there's a lot of information there. There's a lot of lore already, and we haven't even gotten into the game. So I think for me, that's the exciting part. Is like there is so much lore in this game. There's probably so much more backstory that you're probably gonna discover and stuff as you're playing through, just from picking up items and just kind of learning about the worlds and the different planets and the different factions and all that type of stuff. The story sounds pretty cool. Like this is like a basic, they had a treaty, didn't go well. They got into a war, and then now you are joining Constellation as space explorers and seeking that artifact stuff. I think there's just so much for your brain to kind of go off of and start thinking of all the different possibilities. And I feel like this is the beginning of a story that's gonna have so much deep exploration and stuff. It just has me excited. Like I honestly, there's a lot of stuff there. I'm
Yeah.
just excited to jump into the game. I'm just excited to jump into it. I mean, there's so much just information now that we know about Starfield in terms of mechanics, in terms of the story, or at least the backstory. I just want to jump into it. And I don't know. I'm just excited. I don't know what I'll say. Like, it's just all this stuff sounds good to me. It sounds like it's going to be like a great experience where we're going to be spending hundreds of hours exploring and trying to discover what's going on in this world.
Yeah, you know what's cool? That because the story is, kind of like it's based on the near future. So you're kind of like you kind of like the story you kind of like can envision some of the things that could really actually happen. And it's kind of makes it interesting. And at the same time, you got that gap where like it starts like 20, what is it, 2050? Yeah, 2050.
Yeah, 2050.
The background story, but then it ends in 2330, which you're kind of like that's where you begin. You have some of the backstory that they gave you, but then you can add kind of like the own things that are kind of happening here, and it will be interesting to see if they kind of like add stuff because Earth is going to be in the game, so it's going to be interesting what they do with that. Crazy. What about you? What can you tell me about your hype for the story, and then what do you think?
What do I think, man? You can read this story 100 times and I still don't get it till I start playing the game. Seriously, I mean, it sounds cool, but I don't even know what was his name? The bank guy. I don't even know who that guy is. It's like they wrote something. Okay, I was like, this sounds pretty cool. There was
Yeah,
a
but
war.
don't focus on the name. Just
Oh,
focus on the events.
on
Like,
the events, yeah, it's cool. I mean, yeah, 2050 they go to Mars, and then war broke out like always, because there's got to be a war, there's got to be something going on. It's insane. But I'm telling you, I'm hyped about this game, hyped about everything that's going on, and I do hope they, when you start the game, they actually do have, like a story about everything that happened. Have a something nice, like a cool resume of all that stuff, because I read through it 2 or 3 times. I still don't get what the hell is going on. But yeah, I want like a
I
cool animation, or in coloring, like my color books. I like to read my stuff like that.
I don't know how deep they're gonna go like in the
Yeah.
introduction because sometimes some of these games they have a backstory, but it's more like if you want to know more about the backstory, they'll just
Yeah.
give you the
But
begin.
I just do hope, and I do hope, because this is an issue I have with some games. I don't know if you guys have the same issue. Like, you're in the middle of something, you like playing, you're hyped up, and all of a sudden you got to read this like 30 long note thing. I rather,
Yeah.
them play, like, you pick up an audio, you listen to it while you continue playing. It's much more interesting than you just stopping there and just reading all that. Like, oh yeah, this happened. Blah blah blah. Reading through all that stuff. It's terrible.
I think they're gonna have a little bit of both. So I think like other Bethesda games, they're gonna have books which you can fully read
Yeah.
if you want to read them. So
Yeah, like.
it's up to really your play style. Like me myself, I would probably this is a game that I would probably sit down and actually read some of these books
Mm-hmm.
personally. But I
When
know that other people will not do that, and I don't blame them because every person have their own way of playing.
hmm.
But
Yeah. It's all going to be your choice. I feel like there's going to be people that we're going to be months after this game releases and they know nothing about the story. They've just been exploring for hours and hours, which is cool to me. I mean, for me, like, I will probably read some of it, but I usually, when there's like artifacts or there's like lore pieces that you pick up where there's a bunch of text, I honestly, in most games, I don't read any of it. I just collect it in case I know it's important to collect, but I don't read too much of it. And this one I may, but I feel like it's just going to be I'm going to be in there exploring stuff. I pick something up, maybe at the end of my exploration, I'll sit down and read some of the stuff I collected.
Yeah, because
yeah,
like I said, reading through a lot of stuff is not my thing. I mean, I can read through it, okay, cool, but dang, too many things to read. No, 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 no. Please have audio. I love when games have audio. That way I can continue playing, and listen to the audio. I love that effect better than just reading through all that stuff. That's just insane.
Yeah, very little time. I actually read everything, but sometimes, especially with this game, you know how hype I am, crazy. But yeah, I think I am gonna read.
Yeah,
Um,
you even got some weird goggles stuck to your head. I don't know what you're gonna do, but okay. I don't know what kind of spaceship you're gonna fly, but it sounds like some weird spaceship. But all right.
okay, well, before we can fly, we actually have to create our players. And I do gotta say that for player customization, Bethesda has a biometric ID section that consists of you choosing a preset of template for the space surfer physical appearance. Basically, what this means is that when you create the character, it's gonna have like a prefix with different faces to in order to like you mix them around in order to get the face that you kind of want. The space is called space of first appearance. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it the right way, but it could be altered at any time during the game. After you customize the player, you just have to visit a genetic facility. Now, will there be a fee for that? Like with in-game currency? I don't know. We would have to find out, but we have that option. The body section consists of selecting a spacer for body type, muscular, build, skin tones, and the walk style. Then we have the face, which consists of modifying, with different facial features. You have the background of the player, which basically you can select the the player's like history prior, to like you got 16 choice of background that you can choose in order to give their player like whatever background you want to give it. And there's three skills that you start. I believe there's also three traits, which the traits they have positive effects, they have negative effects, but they're also like optional. And
Hmm.
yeah, basically these are some of the things for like the customization. And then you have, of course, you have the skills. The skills are primary progression element in Starfield, and they represent the capacity of the space face farer. Wait, space farer. I don't know. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. New skills can be unlocked by leveling up, and unlocking skills can be improved by using them to complete challenges and increase their rank. Some skills are pre. Well, you basically require other things like researching and crafting in order to unlock them.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
You
and
still what?
oh, just to finish, basically for the skills you have like it's basically like the categories are physical, social, combat, science, and tech. And then, depending on how you master it, like novice, advanced, expert, and master, you get
Hey,
like different sub things within it.
he-
But yeah, cool, crazy.
I was gonna say, who the heck was gonna go stealth? I mean, I just want to go jump in there and just shoot everything up and beat people up, man. I mean, you can punch
I
people or
want
you can
I
fly.
want to go stealth. What do you mean?
Why do you want to go stealth, man? I mean, no, wait. We saw swords in the trailer, right? There was swords in that trailer, weren't they? I don't
No,
remember.
they didn't show
No,
sword. No.
there was no swords.
There was no swords, man. They need to add a sword in that
There
thing.
was like the punching where you could just run around and
Yeah,
punch guys, like super punch them, which that looks like
that
it'll
was
be a ton of fun.
yeah, that looks like it would be a ton of fun. Yeah,
I,
the,
I
the
think I
punching.
think they're gonna have lightsabers, but they want to save that as a surprise.
Lightsabers. Why would they
Yeah.
want to add lightsabers to that? No, don't add lightsabers, man. Don't
What
I
do
add
you
love
stuff like
mean?
lightsabers. What do
Don't.
you
What do you
mean?
mean?
why the
Crazy.
hell
You want to go
why
on timeout?
but why the hell would I want a lightsaber in Starfield, man? I
Because
Then
want
you don't
it's a
use
futuristic
lightsaber. What do
space
you
game,
mean?
man. You got to have
yeah,
lightsabers.
I'd
Exactly.
rather have a cool sword. I don't know, something different, not
Well,
some
you can
Not
have
a
the
lightsaber.
it's
sword if
not
you
a medieval
want.
times game. It's a futuristic
Exactly.
space game. Like, come on.
Well, you can create, from those rocks you pick up, or from all that stuff you pick up from the game, you can create like a cool special melee weapon or something.
Have did I so it makes me it's maybe a stupid question, but have they haven't confirmed melee weapons, have they, or is that just something we're hoping for?
Hmm.
Well, we did see in the trailers. I think we saw like a hammer,
Oh,
not
okay.
like a big, yeah. I think we saw a hammer. So they do
Mhm.
have melee weapons, but they haven't talked much about it. And I think because you don't know, they want to save it
Yep.
as a surprise.
Look,
Yeah,
see,
that's
as you guys were talking about lightsabers. Look,
Oh, and also
wait.
they have not combat knife.
Yeah, they do have
yeah.
combat knives. So
The
yeah,
combat
so
knife,
but
yeah.
like I said, I mean, why the hell would you want a lightsaber? What, you want to turn it up? Bzzz. I mean, that thing makes a lot of sound, guys. I'm sorry.
I'll take a lightsaber. You
You
don't
take-
have to use it, but I'll take it. If it'd be cool if we could trade and you could just give me all your lightsabers. That would be the way. I'll
Yeah,
get them.
Oh yeah.
you're gonna probably get me from me. You're gonna get a bunch of sandwiches. That's what you're gonna get, because I'm gonna be taking sandwiches everywhere. That's my thing. Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Look what Richie says. Crazy wants to go full Rico Rodriguez. Yes, I do, man. Yes, I do. I want to go in there, man, and just
Yeah, I personally, I would probably try to get like a sniper and a sword, a light, especially like they had lightsaber. That's the way. This is the way.
Yeah, I'm into that for sure. I'll take that. And even if like the gunplay that we've seen so far looks really good. I think that's one of the exciting things for me with Starfield is, I mean, Bethesda games combat hasn't always been the best, but what we're seeing so far from Starfield looks like it's a big jump, and I can't wait
Oh
to
yeah.
see how smooth the gunplay is, and it looks like it'll be pretty fast paced too. Like you're going to be able to run and gun and stuff, which is probably I'll probably be like Louis in that sense. Probably be going in guns blazing for a lot of my
heck
playthrough.
yeah. The heck, man!
Yeah.
I wanna fly around, shoot people around. That's gonna be my thing, because I mean, you got your jetpack on. You just want to jump, bzz, and just blow things up. Heck yeah! Steal their ships, do a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
fun with that game.
Yeah.
And
Def-
did you guys see that player customization screen? Now, this I think it may have been fake, but there was a guy who made Todd Howard. I don't know if that was fake or not, but
yeah.
imagine
It,
like
it was fake. It was fake.
yeah,
They
okay,
actually asked. They asked Todd Howard on
Yeah,
Gamescom, and
yeah.
he said that's fake.
okay. I was like, damn, that's crazy if you can make it that lifelike, like that, like 1-to-1. But
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll still be very deep.
Oh man. Well, speaking about deep and speaking about, of course we got the player created. The next thing to talk about is where are we gonna play the game location, and as we talked within the Lord, uh, it's gonna take place in the settle system, which is the main setting for the game. They consist let me see. It consists of a small pocket of colonized star system in the Milky Way galaxy that extends about 50 light years from Sol. Some of the major settlements that we're gonna see Aquila City, which is the capital of Freestar Collective. We're gonna see Cydonia, which is on Mars. Neon, New Atlantis, which is the capital of the United Colonies. And then, of course, in terms of factions, we have the interstellar government, which for the government, we have the Freestar Collective, the United Colony. We have talked a bunch about them. For corporations, we have Damas, we have Raging Industry, we got Strolf Eklund. Maybe I'm pronouncing them wrong. And criminal groups, we got the Crimson Fleet, we got the Ecliptic Mercenary, we got the House Varun, and we got Spacers. And then other organizations, we got Constellation, we got the Enlightening, and then we got the Sanctum Universum. The Saddle system has over 100 star system with over 1,000 planet and moons that can be landed on and explored. What can
Yep.
you tell me, Crazy Lou, about the world? What excites you about the world?
Today I was watching, like, for a brief moment. Todd Howard was talking to somebody, and he mentioned that one of the cool things about Starfield is that around the worlds, right, you can land anywhere you want. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, when he said that, that got me so excited. That's something that got me so hyped up. Like, you can land anywhere you want to on the planet, do whatever you want. Oh my god, it's so cool. That is so cool. And the different stuff you were talking about like the different worlds or different types of worlds or what?
Well,
Sorry.
I talked about the different settlements, the different
All right.
factions.
Different factions are right. I mean, all those factions that they seem interesting, and something I was asking myself, and I said, it wasn't on those questions. I wanted to know if whichever faction you join, I mean, is there going to be a different ending, or is it just going to be the same ending for everybody? Because I mean, there's so much factions, and they have like a whole story for them to do,
Yeah,
and a whole bunch of stuff for you to do for that faction. So does that ending change? If you join this faction or do another faction, that's something I've been asking myself. Because if they do that, that would be awesome. Different.
I think it has to,
Yeah,
because like
Yeah.
if you are a pirate, for example, I don't think you can have the same ending as a bounty hunter. That would be kind of strange. If we look at the faction, how it's break down, we have, for example, the two main governments, which is Freestar Collective and United Colony. I think you're able to choose one of either one of those two, because those are like the big two. But then after that, there are other things that I feel like you can be a Freestar Collective, but you can probably be a criminal within the Freestar Collective, or you could be like like a bounty hunter, or something like
spy.
that within the Freestar Collective, or you can be the same with the United Colony, because at the same time they are kind of like they're like the big two, like for example the Republican and the Democrats, or
That would not be a good example. Sourblow, no politics.
well, it's
There's
interstellar government, and so it's
there's
so
politics in Starfield.
Oh, I know,
exactly.
I know, I know. I get you. I get you. I get you. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But like I was saying though, they gotta have a different ending for each faction you join. They gotta have something, because it would be weird. Like, oh, you play through it and you all of them get the same ending. That would be pretty weird.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, you got a faction that they have like a holy thing, like they follow a god, right? And if you're gonna join that faction and to do everything, whatever they want, to get the word out for the god or whatever you got to do for that faction, it's got to have a different ending than the others. And like you were saying, if you're going to be a pirate, there's got to have an ending for a pirate, just like
Yeah.
cyberpunk, you had different endings for whichever you choose, or whichever partner you choose, whatever, you have different endings. This game has got to have that. I mean, seriously, there's and especially with all that stuff you can do. Oof. And wait till we get to that, because man, that's going to be a long talk here.
Well, I think Plume wanted to talk a little bit about um, why do you want to talk about the world itself, the game location, anything that excites you or that grabs your attention?
Well, to me, like I said, if for Starfield so far, everything looks pretty cool. But I think the space exploration and this thing that Louis said, you can land anywhere on the planets. That's going to be the thing that I'm most interested in seeing how that plays out. And like flying through space, hijacking people's ships, stealing their resources, how important that is, how easy it is, how often you need to do that to kind of build up your base and stuff. All that type of stuff has me looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna be playing. I'm probably gonna be playing as like a pirate or something. I don't know, and just trying to steal as much stuff as possible and hijacking ships. So I think for me, the exploration side and just exploring the different ways that you can get around the universe is what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice that you talk about like space exploration, because that's actually like the next part. Um,
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna talk basically now about ships and ship combat.
Woohoo!
So every ship in Starfield has something called graph drive, which is a device that enable faster than light jumping. It facilitates rapid travel between stars and planets. Ships are also capable of ground to space travel, so travelers can board a ship on a terrestrial planet, fly to space, and jump to another star system, and all with a single vehicle. Due to the prevalent of criminals and radical organizations such as the Crimson Fleet, the House of Varun. Space travel can be dangerous and highly secure systems such as the United Colony, Capital System, and Alpha Centauri. To defend themselves from attack to carry out attack themselves, ships can be equipped with various types of weapons and shield generator. Now, for piloting it, for piloting the ship, ship can be piloted in first person or third person, just like you can move also, your player. And the power, it has a power system, like it's called like the power allocator, which the ship reactor determine how much power is available to run various systems. And the system is divided into, you have the first weapon, you have the second weapon, you have the third weapon, you have the engine, you have the shield, and then you can have what you call the grav drive. So basically what you can do is you can maneuver the energy in your ship. Like if you want more energy on your first weapon, you can put more energy on that weapon. If you want more on your engine, so you can maneuver faster, you can do that. You want better shields, you move your energy, to your shield. Of course, if you move all your energy out of your engine, you won't be able to move. So that
Yeah.
probably won't be kind of smart. And then you have the grav drive, which if you just want to jump away, then you put all the energy on the grav drive and you time jump. The ship crew. The NPCs can be assistant to the crews, and provided it has sufficient crew capacity. Crew capacity can be increased by adding more HAPS modules on the ship, and crewmates assist in managing the vessels, or can be brought along for like ground missions. Constellation members can be staffed as crew. Other potential crewmates can be hired at like spaceports or if you find them in a mission. Crew members have skills, and these skills make them better at certain functions. The player can opt to send the crew to the outpost instead of the ships. It's up to you. For ship customization, you can own multiple ships and customize them through ship technicians who are found in spaceports. Some customizations option may require like certain skills in order to install certain parts. You will be starting with the ship called the Frontiers. The ship modules, well, they're different type of ships, and they're all dependent too on the factions. For example, you start with the Frontier, which is the ship for Constellation. But the Crimson Fleet, for example, just to give an example, because there's so many, the Crimson Fleet has 4 different ones, which is the Crimson Fleet Ghost, the Crimson Fleet Haunt, the Crimson Fleet Spectre, the Crimson Fleet
Dear Lord,
White,
how
and
many
then
prison fleets?
yeah, they have 4.
Dang.
Those are the pirate faction, but there's
Dang.
other factions that they have other ones, and there's some that we don't even know what faction they belong to or if they belong to any faction. Now for ship combat, like kind of like we mentioned before, where you can maneuver like some of the energy, you have to strategize and use it to your best capability in order to maneuver your strategy. If your ship has big weapons, you might take that into advantage, and you can basically destroy any ship. If you have a fast ship, you might have to, maneuver around and etc. There's
Hmm.
3 different type of weapons. You have ballistic, you got lasers, and you got missiles. Using them, discharge them, and they will need to recharge after a certain extent of use.
All right.
Space combat environments. There will be environments such as asteroids and Space Hulk that you can destroy, etc. And you probably might be able to use it for cover, I'm assuming.
Okay.
And in terms of skill traits, in order to improve the chances in combat, of course, you got the ballistic weapon system and you got the targeted control system. And they're both belonging to tech. So I suppose that's a skill that you have to kind of level up in order to give you some advantage in there. And then the last part for ships that I have here is boarding ships. So destroying enemy ships can be looted from the cockpit. Alternatively, the player can disable the enemy ship and board them. This can allow the player to seize the ship. Damaged ships can be repaired at spaceport for a fee.
Nice.
So crazy. I see you've been trying to jump in for a while. I
Yes.
also see there is a super chat. So I don't
Yep.
know if you want to start with super chat and
Yes,
then you
I
want to.
do. Silent Cypher Captain with the $5 super chat. He says, I want an ending where Louis gets banished from a planet. And Jet and what? Jedi's son. What? Jedi's son into orbit on a poop bucket. What? So you want me to get you want to see me get banished from a planet and somebody just launch me out of a spaceship, right? Launch me out there with a poop bucket stashed on my butt. That's what you want. All right, that's cool then. All right, maybe
That
that would
sounds
be that sounds like a cool ending. Yeah, of course. And me flying around in space with a poop bucket stuck on my butt. Yep. That sounds pretty cool. But the ships, man, oh man, that's the ships are interesting in this game. I love the idea on how you can transfer your energy, on how you want to manage your ship. Let's say you got a combat going on and you got like probably 5 or 10 ships trying to fight against you, right? And your ship is a little bit big because it all depends on the ship you have. Because here's the thing about this game: the bigger the ship is, the slower it's gonna be. You're gonna have to have a small ship to like move around, fight better against all these enemies. So, like for example, if I have a big cargo ship and I have an important cargo to take, I love the idea that I can just force my energy into the shield, level up that shield, and try to find my way through it just to grab the what's it called the gravity thing. Grab what's the thing called? I keep forgetting. You know, to grab the gravity thing to take off, choo, and
grab
go.
drive. I don't know.
Yeah, but either way, though, I want to do that. I mean, I, I would love. I was stuck on the big ship, like cargo ship, and I would love to do that just to get to that gravity drive and take the cargo to where it has to go. But yes, that idea of moving the energy is pretty awesome. And I also love the fact that you can have a bunch of ships. Like if you find a better ship, hey, take it. Let me take it. Let me bring it over here, fix it, and keep it as mine. If you can find like a really good ship, that's just fantastic. Because hey, I want to have a good fighting ship, and I want to have a that was another thing that had me really hyped up. The crew thing. I love that idea about the crew that you get to pick crew members, and they each have a special ability. That is something that is awesome. Having crew members that can, that you can say, hey, you're better off with fixing my guns, on the ship, or better off fixing my jetpack. Having a crew member that can go with you into battle, having, getting into those battles with the crew, and he's a cool machine gun specialist. All that stuff is interesting. It's like Metal Gear when you used to run in Phantom Pain. You scope the guy out and you used to like put him to sleep and put the balloon and take him away. Man, that's something that has got me hyped up, and I love that idea about that because it's special because you're gonna go to all these planets and you're gonna probably find somebody that's gonna really help you out to get a better ship, get a better stuff, which it's fantastic. The whole idea with the crew thing. I love that freaking idea. And like I was saying though, the space battles and all that stuff, man, it's gonna be loads of fun. It's gonna be insane, really insane. And each time I read through what's coming through this game, and each time I see something new about it, it's sounding more and more amazing. It's like the space game that we ever wanted, always wanted, to play.
Crazy. You're giving me goosebumps, man.
Oh,
Plume.
I'm giving you goosebumps, man. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, Sourblow getting those goosebumps. Now, don't get moisty, Sourblow. Don't get
Oh
moisty.
my god, it's Plume. Plume, you were talking a lot about ship combat earlier. It seems like that's something that really excites you. What can you tell us about the ship combat?
Yeah, I mean, I think Louis said pretty much everything I'm kind of looking forward to. I like the fact that you have to kind of really select how you want to upgrade your ship and the different resources you want to put towards it, depending on the style that you want to do. And which means you're probably going to have multiple ships, right? You're going to have your ship you take out to go hijack people, to steal stuff. You're going to have your ship that you take out to probably get around so you don't get hijacked, to a ship that you have for all your cargo. Like, I wonder if that's going to be the way that it goes, or are you going to be able to have one ship that kind of is just balanced and does everything well? So that's what I'm kind of excited to see. How many ships are you going to need? How many ships am I going to be able to build? Because we did see from that trailer at the Xbox showcase just how robust and how like in depth the ship customization was. So it's going to be cool playing around with all of that stuff. But like Louis said, just like the ability to kind of have that crew where everyone has different abilities, they do some things good, and I guess if you don't like some of the stuff they do, I'm sure you can get rid of your crew members, maybe throw them out in the middle of space. Who knows? I'm not sure the means that you'll be able to do it, but
instead of walk the plant, you just
throw them out there. Screw you, throw them out there, launch them out there.
Yeah. So I think one thing that is apparent with this game as we're getting closer to the release is that, like, from everything we're hearing, it's really allowing people to kind of use their imagination as to how you want to play this game. I think that's what is the most exciting thing. Like, we keep seeing more stuff about it. I just want, like I said, if they showed us nothing else, it would be great. If no one else talked about this game until it released, I'd be super happy with that. If no reviews came out, I would be happy with it, because I literally just want to jump in and play it right now.
Man, it's the same. We gotta wait all these days. We only got like
definitely.
Definitely, it's gonna be.
You know what? A question that I have about the whole thing with the ship, because I think they did say that you're able to have a fleet, but are you able to move your fleet like at once? Because then you can have like your NPCs, like maybe you can have an NPC that drives your cargo ship, and
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool, but I think you're gonna be the one that's gonna be piloting it, because if you
can have NPC pilot your ship.
Oh, you can send them like, hey, go take this out there. Kind of like what happened with what's his name, Death Stranding, where you send the robot to take a package, pretty much like that. You can do that.
Yeah, I mean, they said you can have NPCs basically drive your ship, but my thing is, can you drive like your own fleet? Like, maybe you drive one of the ships, but you have other NPCs drive other of your ships and manage other of your ships. I mean, that could be pretty cool. Even if you have like a small fleet, like of 3 ships, that I just feel that's pretty cool and amazing.
I think
so. Could you have a cargo, like your NPC driving a cargo ship where it's just hovering in space, and then you're driving your like attacking ship, or you're hijacking people, and then you're kind of like, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
A
lot of possibilities.
You know what would be cool though? You know what would be cool, and this I gotta say, and this will be awesome, that you can take your fighter ship inside the big ship, and if a fight starts, you gotta jump into your small ship and go fight, while the NPC player drives the ship, kind of like Star Wars thing.
That would be awesome.
That would be freaking awesome if you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be
so
fantastic.
You have the cargo ship in space, NPCs driving, and then you're just out there with your fighter ship going in and out, stealing stuff from other ships. That would be like incredible if you could do that. I wonder if that's something that's possible.
I'm just saying, inside the ship, like for example,
we get you.
Pirates
That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
We're saying the same thing a different way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you meant like they were fighting together. I was like, no, I want to be in the ship. So that way, fight breaks loose, let me hop in my ship, get out there, and shoot the hell out of everybody, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be
to protect your cargo, because I feel like when you're going around in space, you'll probably kind of be able to tell which ships have a bunch of resources that you're going to want to hijack. Like, you're probably not going to be hijacking the smaller ones out there, right? So if you have a big cargo ship, you're probably going to be a target for people.
It depends.
But you know what else is interesting?
It depends, though. Let's say if the small ship is better than yours, man. I mean, heck yeah, if it's a lot faster, but I will try to get it. Hell yeah. I mean, the faster, the better. I mean, the more agile you are in space, especially against those pirates, the better.
You know what else could be a real cool mechanic? The smuggling. Because, like, you can use smuggling basically to avoid, basically if you want to go to a planet and you want to smuggle either, let's say, some illegal, substance or illegal parts or something like that. But what if also if you're going in space and you get attacked by like bandits or like, like basically like mercenaries or whatever, and they're looking for your loot. But if you have, if you have a good like ship that can basically hide this product, they might go in and take, whatever you have that's not hidden, but maybe you'll be able to keep some of the hidden stuff. So that would
Yeah.
be kind of cool.
Yeah. So many possibilities. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. And speaking of which, possibilities and cool stuff, because hey man, Sawyer Hopkins made something possible today. He gifted 5 Xbox International Podcast memberships. Thank you
Oh
so
man,
much,
thank you.
brother. Thank you.
It's
That is
awesome.
awesome for me, man. Really
Did
appreciate
did
that.
did you shout out the members?
Did I shout out the members? Oh, wait a minute. The ones who get on?
Well,
Wait.
the new ones and the old ones, of
You know
course.
what,
Those.
Sal, we gotta put that underneath that says it. I don't know if you can put that on there that can like run around. I don't know. You know what I mean, right? On the screen.
Oh yeah.
We gotta do that so that way I can shout
I
out
guess
all
we
the
can do
members.
that, but real quick, here I'll help you. So shout out to the new members. Shout out to
So,
Sanchez, Gaming. Shout out to Malcolm.
oh,
Uh,
I already shut it out.
you did.
The
Yeah.
chat. Yeah, I did earlier.
Okay. Okay.
You meant shout out to the chat. Yeah, I did
No,
that
no, not
earlier.
the chat. The new
Oh,
members.
the new members. Oh, let me shout out those.
Malcolm. Okay, go ahead.
All right, we got Sanchez Martinez Gaming as a new member, Monko Max Lax 3 as a new member, Edward Lefferty, Dron, TJ, what's up, brother, Black Cardi, and yeah, well, but Richie was a long time ago. But hey, man, shout out to those new members. Welcome aboard
Yeah.
to Xbox International Podcast. Yeah, our flight. What was it? Our flight? John 117, is it? I keep forgetting stuff, man.
I got some work after the show now. I gotta send more tickets.
All right,
But
awesome.
anyway, okay, we were talking about combat, so why not jump into the ground combat? So Starfield ground combat system is supposedly, let's hope so. It's a fairly approachable and familiar system to those who played first person and third person shooters. Guns can be fired either from the hip or aiming down the sight. Starfield allows the player to alternate between first person and third person. Starfield also allows players to use boost pack to basically travel around the battlefield or travel around the planet. Player can use stealth to engage with an advantage or directly engage like crazy ones to do. The weapon characterizations. We got different type of weapons. You got the pistols, you got the rifles, you got the shotguns, you got the snipers, you got the heavy weapons, you got others which include combat knife, rescue axe. Those are the ones that are shown, and then we have others that are kind of unknown, which is a long list, which I'm not gonna mention. But in ground combat environments, we got three main environments which we will probably interact in this type of combat. We got the open world exploration, which I'm assuming is you're roaming around a planet and you'll be able to find combat. We got inside facilities and also cave. That would be kind of like the more like, you know, contained environment. And then we got inside spaceships or space facility, of course. So when you board a ship or you go into a facility, you also can encounter combat there.
Hmm.
Open world exploration consists of bumps, confrontations with either hostile wildlife or hostiles NPC. Facility combat and confrontation is in closed regions on a planet's surface. Inside of a spaceship is combat that may or may not involve zero G combat. So some of the ships, if you have the zero gravity on, then you may have that type of combat. If it have it off, then skills and trait for combat. So many skills in Starfield are centered around ground combat. in one form or another. They can increase the player damage output, the accuracy, the ability to survive. They can give options to disable or manipulate enemies. Some traits have no effects on combat, but other impacts in substantiability. For instinct, the wanted trait increased damage when low on health.
Yep.
Looting, as other Bethesda games, you're able to loot basically any falling bodies you encounter, any containers. Item can be gathered and used, sold, dropped as the
Yep.
player wish. And then the last thing I wanted to ask about, this is more like we don't know for certain, but it was definitely teased, is the power. So it seems we might
Yeah.
have power,
So
we might have the force.
here's the thing though. Instead of like you guys were talking about lightsabers and stuff like that, I'd rather have like special weapons with special abilities, right? I'd rather have like for example a grenade. You throw a grenade and that grenade literally just throws everybody up in the air, kind of like like
Crazy, but why can't we have it all?
Yeah, kind of
what,
it
what,
both.
what would you want powers, man? Like
Why
no,
can't we
no.
just have it
Or
all? Well,
that
we
would be.
definitely have
We saw
powers.
that tease.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
yeah.
saw a tease there. I know it probably like the glove has something that can do like a telekinesis thing or control something. We can do that because it's a future game that can happen. And yeah, that'd be pretty cool if you can, like I said, or have a gun that you can just shoot them and has like like a telekinesis blast or something that just throws them off the planet. That would be awesome. That would be another awesome thing if they had that in the game. So yeah, basically, if they can make like really cool different types of weapons, that they can do cool stuff, grenades and all that those type of things, man, that would be fantastic. And I hope they do because really, those ideas in space and like you said, those powers, right? They gotta have a special glove. They gotta have something special to do that those sorts of stuff. Like for example,
I don't think it was the glove. Crazy.
you think it wasn't? You think it was like a special grenade or something?
No,
It's gotta be
I think it was.
it's gotta be like a skill you develop that you probably don't get
Yes.
right away.
I
Mm,
I think personally, I think, and this is, I hope no one feels spoiled about this, but I mean, we've seen the trailers and everything. I feel it has to do with the artifact. So somehow the artifact gives you some sort of ability,
Yeah.
and that's where you get this kind of power or whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it the force or whatever you want to call it, but I definitely don't think it's the glove.
abilities. Oh man, I'm
But
telling you, this game has got me hyped. Each time.
But let me ask you, crazy. How do you plan on how are you gonna do your ground combat? Like, you're just gonna go punching or like heavy guns? What's your play style? Let me hear that.
What's my play style, man? Shoot them up, man. That's my play style. If they got if they have a double barrel
Yeah, but what what
shotgun,
what type? Okay, shotgun.
if they have a double barrel shotgun, kind of like Doom, man, it sounds just the same, man. Oh, baby, trust me, I'll be super shotgunning everybody everywhere. And not only that, if I get the chance to punch them, heck yeah, I'm gonna punch them. I'm gonna punch them off the planet. That punch, man. When I saw that, you
Let,
punch the guy
let
and
me
he flew
let,
off. Oh
let
my
me
god,
ask you this. Now that you talk about Doom, would you be interested in a DLC in the future? Let's say that they find the Doom ship somehow, and maybe Doom is, he's not alive or whatever, but maybe you're able to get like one of his weapons and you get to tap into that lore. Would you be interested in that in Starfield, or do you think that makes no sense?
that it kind of does make sense because here's the thing: Sourblow, Doom, as the story is, it basically began in Mars, right? Hell began in Mars, practically. They opened up the Hell Gate over there in Mars. That's what happened. So if you see that a Doom thing added to the DLC, that'd be pretty cool. And what kind of weapon I would get from that? And I will get the super shotgun, of course, the double barrel shotgun because I love that shotgun. And I will get the Doom sword. That Doom sword looks wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. That would look pretty cool in the Starfield game. Those are the two things I would get if they put the Doom
Yeah, maybe you do a special
Doom,
mission
Doom
and then
castle.
you can get it at the end. That'll be kind of cool, and I feel like they can do that with other stuff, and you can add like
Yeah.
more planets and stuff. It'll be interesting.
Here's
But
the thing though, because in this game, if you want to play it on Xbox, it's cool, but it's a game that basically you got to have it in both hands. I mean, you got to try it on PC, you got to try it on Xbox, because remember, in PC you have all these modders. They're going to be doing all sorts of crazy stuff in that game. And like I mentioned before, can you imagine they make a predator planet, or they can make an alien planet, right? LB5, was it LB527? I forgot the name of the planet of aliens, but man, they make that planet in there, and you land there, you find xenomorphs, because they do mention xenos in there. They mention the word xeno in that game.
yeah,
So you
I
met,
feel I feel like there's so much possibility with this
yes,
game
Yeah.
yes,
because you can do like so many like planets and like off mission that it
hmm,
will be like super interesting.
yeah. I mean, like I said, there's gonna be so much modding into that game, and trust me, they gotta
Mm.
add new stuff. They should, they of course, why not? They should add a Doom planet. Why don't they add also a Fallout planet? You know, there could be a different Earth that was just destroyed, and they land there and they find this Earth that's a wasteland, and it could be Fallout planet. Why not? They
Yeah,
can do that.
you
They,
know what I
There's
think they're gonna add? They're gonna add a satellite, and the satellite's gonna be called the Plume Network satellite.
a Plume Network satellite.
that'll be in there for
I'll be
sure.
in
That
there.
will be in
No,
there.
but Plume, coming to you. Like I think, first of all, I think you were gonna say something, but then talk to us your play style, and then what type of DLC will you be interested in?
So playstyle, I'll probably like I'm very basic, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I just like I want like a nice assault rifle jumping around fast pace with the jetpack and like probably taking guys down from above and then just kind of getting through areas with like agility, I guess. I don't know. Nothing too crazy. Probably just assault rifle. And then I would love to have a run where I'm just punching guys too. So if I can just power up that punch like we saw in that trailer, that looks like a ton of fun, especially if you have enough like speed to get to everybody fast. So that'll probably be the way I'm playing it. In terms of crossovers, like be cool if you could get some Master Chief mods in there or something, right? Get some Halo stuff in there. I'll be
Yeah.
down to see that. I think
Yeah,
that'll be great. I feel we'll see all of that stuff. I think when the mods come in, I hope that they do bring those mods to Xbox, because with Skyrim now you can download mods on Xbox, right? So I feel like they will. Hopefully, they're planning to be able to make the mods available almost the same time on console as they do on PC.
Because here's the thing, though. They did say you can travel all the galaxies, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, you can have a Halo Galaxy. You can have a
yeah. But they we have to be added because they're not there
Oh no,
now.
they're not there now. I know that, but they can be added, because you can just have
Yeah,
a galaxy pretty much of anything. You just gotta grab your spaceship and just head over there. Probably have a Spaceballs galaxy too. I would love to get a Spaceballs galaxy.
no
Heck
man.
yeah. Heck, why not, man? I mean, I'm telling you, I gotta have a Barf as a crew member, as a cruise ship member. I gotta have Barf in my cruise ship. I gotta have him on there. Heck yeah, Barf is awesome. I don't know if you remember who Barf is, but okay.
Okay, well, speaking of exploration, let's jump a little bit into what will we be exploring? So when we initially land on a planet that is largely unknown, surveying the planet identifies the following property of the planet. It tells you the resources, the flora, and the fauna. So you can scan the planet from the orbit, and then there's something called surveying, which actually I it's funny because I work land surveying. So the surveying overlay can be brought up while on foot for localizing scans on items and resources for information. A service percentage is displayed when trends toward 100% as more planetary specifications are identified. A planet that is 100% survey will grant the ability to construct outposts to get more value out of the planet. So basically, um, what this last part is saying that when you're in the planet, there's things in the planet like, of course, like the animals there, the fauna, all that you can basically scan. When you have 100% of the planet scan, basically of what you can find in that planet, then you are granted the ability to build your outpost. So in a way, I for people that don't want to do that much exploration, you're gonna have to pick the planets that pick. You're gonna have to pick at least one planet, and you're going to have to do it completed for one planet in order to construct your outpost. Unless maybe they let you construct the first outpost without doing that. Which before I even jump into questions or anything, I'm actually just gonna cover the outpost construction part and have it as both together. So the player will have the ability to create outposts. Oh, it says from the start. Outposts do have their own research tree. Some skills that affect outposts are outpost management and outpost engineering. Location selection. So the player can put an outpost beacon down from the survey UI after the planet is 100% survey. So yes, you have to survey the planet 100%. This designate the land in a radius around the marker as outpost land. For the construction, you have a number of building modules that require certain raw materials to construct. There's a maximum numbers of modules that can be preset in an outpost. Operating costs. So the outpost will require local power generation based on what structures have been placed. Outposts will require a crew. How crew is obtained and maintained for outposts is not currently known. Um, well, we do know that you can assign your crew members to outposts, but we don't know all the details. Outposts could passively generate resources for the planet, and the resource can be used for crafting, research cells for credits, or to build more outposts. A player can also use an outpost as a safety deposit box to store inventory and cargo. Now, one question that I have personally is can like NPCs randomly come and attack one of your outposts even if you're not there? Like that would be kind of interesting. But
That's
Yeah.
Plume, let me jump to you regarding basically exploration itself and also outpost construction. Give me your take on it. Like
It's there's a lot of info. There's a lot of information there. Like there's a lot you have to think about, right?
yeah,
From like your operating costs, where you want to build your outposts, where. So I don't know if I missed this, but you have to your initial outpost. Is that something you build on the planet of wherever your faction is, or is that do you just pick a planet? I don't know if you said anything about that.
well, based on the information here, it says you just have to survey one planet 100% in order to build your outpost. I suppose that maybe because of the tutorial, maybe they allow you to build a base somewhere like near Atlantis, I guess, or maybe like
Yeah.
a room or something just to show you how to create it. That's gonna be interesting, but
And did they? I forget. Did they say if there's fast travel for these outposts? Because if you build like an outpost super far away and transporting resources, like how long is that going to take? All that type of stuff. I feel like there
yeah,
must be fast travel
I
from
I
each outpost.
I feel it's a bummer that there's not gonna be any vehicles. I feel like this is a game that should have vehicles, even if you didn't have
Yeah.
like a bunch of vehicles at the beginning, but at least like a few vehicles.
heck yeah. I
Just
mean,
for the planet exploration.
I would like a 4-wheeler and a dirt bike. That's what I would like. Heck yeah.
But I
Oh
guess
man,
Todd Howard, he basically said, if I remember correctly, or if I'm not sure if it's Todd Howard or someone else on who's working on the game, that there's no vehicles because your character, you're going to be able to kind of utilize his skills to be able to traverse quickly across planets and stuff. And that's kind of what they were thinking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
So wait,
So
wait, wait, wait. Stop there for a moment. You just mentioned something really important. You'll be able to traverse to things much faster. That's what you just said, right? Your character will be able to like run around more faster, everything like that.
I think he's
and you have your
speaking English.
jetpack and stuff too.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. If the character is able to move super fast, then does that mean that the character will have superpowers?
No, it's a jetpack.
Use your
Well,
jetpack, your suit,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, but I know, but the jetpack gets to a point, it has to get to a point where just no matter what is, I don't know. But if he
yeah,
says that,
but I don't think I
Well,
don't.
technically, if the force like we saw from the trailers in there, I mean that's considered a superpower, right? Unless it's coming out of like a piece of gear
Yeah,
that allows you to do that.
no, Dark says I don't understand physics, but no, what Plume said, what Plume said. How can I understand physics? I've never been into space. How the hell am I going to understand that? I mean, all you do is float around, and that's it. But either way, though, if Plume said
You just float around.
you just float around. That's it. But
That's it.
even
That's it. It's all,
oh,
yes, what physics, man? What are you talking about? But either way, though, if you land on a planet, right, and you're running around on the planet, so if he's able to traverse everything much more faster, right? That's what Todd said. And like I said, the
wait,
question is,
with the jetpack.
okay, but okay, he just mentioned. Did he mention just with the jetpack or without the jetpack?
With the jetpack.
Oh, with the jetpack.
with it.
Okay, all right, okay. If it's only the jetpack, then all right, cool then. But I mean, if the character's able like to run faster, jump higher, I
Yeah,
know.
here. Jonas the dad says they showed the skill tree for the jetpack. I would imagine ton of usage option.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark.
Yeah.
Oh, you can be the Rocketeer. Hell yeah. Now I'm happy. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. You can be the Rocketeer. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, man. Fly around like the Rocketeer. That was another game, man. What was it? Super Nintendo. That was a bad game, but damn. Yeah, the Rocketeer was it was a bad movie too. I mean, a cool movie. Damn.
But anyway,
Yeah.
before you interrupted Plume,
Sorry, Plume.
do you have anything else to add?
The outpost stuff seems very deep. It's probably going to be like a lot of an end game part for that too. Like I don't know, for a lot of people at least, figuring out once they've expanded their game so much, right? You're probably going to want to have multiple outposts to store a bunch of resources. And what is you get 20 crew members? That's what they said is the max you can have. So you're going to have to utilize them properly depending on where your outposts are. And I think that like you said, a great question is, can people just come in and attack your outpost if they find it? Like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to have to build like a barrier, like ways to protect it, that type of stuff?
Yep. Here's the thing, though. I just looked for it on Google just to confirm because I remember I heard it. Yes, they will have. You can have people guard your outpost. You're gonna have people. You can
Yeah,
put
there you
somebody in
go.
the sniper tower. You can put people, to take care of it. There's gonna be NPCs running around and stuff like that. Yes, and you can have people in your tower. In your guard post to outpost to take care of it.
So that means if you're gonna have people guarding your outpost, most likely they can attack it because then
Probably
that would be
so.
the purpose.
Probably
Yeah.
so, yeah. Probably so. Yeah. Probably so. So that means, remember, guys, take a hint. If there's going to be attacks, don't leave nothing of value over there, mate. Better off you take it with you.
Yeah,
That's what you got to do. Yep.
it's gonna be like Plume said. You're gonna have to have administrate well your resources, your crew, because you got the ships you gotta take care of. You got your outposts, and then you got missions you're gonna want to go in. And some missions, as you progress, I'm assuming they're gonna get harder, and you're gonna have to fight more, more mercenaries or more people or whatever you choose, depending. So you're gonna have to balance that correctly. So it's gonna be very interesting. This like we saw we talking like for an hour and a half. This is very deep game, and we can even dive deeper into this. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys got anything else to add before we move on, because I did want to touch a little bit more on some more topics. What do you guys think?
I'm
Ready to move on, to be honest, because, hey, I think we spilled our guts over Starfield. And, man, like I said, super hyped about that game. I know Plume is, and we know how hyped you are, Sourblow, which you want to be
Oh,
connected
I just
after
want to play it.
you want to be connected
Yeah.
after your death to that thing. We know.
I'm not trying to die, okay? I'm not.
I know. I know. But yes,
At
we
least
know.
not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yesterday we actually had Gamescom opening night, and there was a lot of interesting things that were shown. I'm gonna try to skip some of the stuff because there were so many games shown. A lot of them we knew about, but it was nice to see updates and it was nice to see gameplays. It opened up, of course, with Starfield, which they showed an amazing like promo video. Todd Howard came up on stage, etc. Blah blah blah. We saw Little Nightmares 3 got announced, and it's coming out 2024, which I like that it's gonna be a co-op game, and I got a little bit of feel, kind of like the guy that makes, I keep forgetting his name, the guy that makes A Way Out and and A Way Out and what's the game that won Game of the Year? Oh my god,
It Takes
uh,
Two.
It Takes Two, where like
Yeah.
both players have to work together in order to progress. I love that style of game. I feel
Yeah.
like we should have more of those games.
Yeah. I
Um,
played both those. They're both great.
Yeah, they're amazing. I strongly recommend, especially if you play like with a brother or a couple. I would strongly recommend them. We also saw the Black Myth Wukong, which a lot of people were excited about that game, and it showed pretty good. We got Age of Empire 4 that it got released that same day for console, basically for Xbox console, of course. We saw Crimson Desert, which I've been saying for a long time. That studio is, I feel that's a sleeper studio, and that game showed amazing. The only thing they have to do is they got to start releasing these games. But to me, that was probably the highlight of the night. I don't know for you guys. We saw Payday 3, which shout out to Purple Haze in the chat. She is desperately waiting for that game. She's a huge Payday fan. I actually might jump and play with her because I never have played a Payday.
Really,
Um, no, I never have.
it's such a fun game. If you have a cool crew, it's a fun game. It's a fun game.
Okay, I'll have to jump on that. But we also got Assassin's Creed Mirage. We got Tekken 8 show 32 fighter. Like a quick look. We got like I think it was 11 minutes of gameplay for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We got Nightingale gameplay was shown, and we're gonna get soon early access. Immortal of Avian, which got released that same day. Well, Plume is actually playing it. We got some Genshin Impact information and some other games from that studio. Lord of the Fallen gave a story trailer. We got Sonic information. We got, of course, the 2D game, and then we got Sonic Frontiers getting an update. We got more look at the first Descendant, which I haven't heard on that for a while. Fort Solis was shown, which that game I think is out and it's not reviewing that great, but you know
That that
it's out there.
that
What you was
Chris,
gonna say?
that Crimson Desert game. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I
Ooh.
said. That game was wow.
Oof.
The Crew, we got the Crew, Motorfest, Cyberpunk DLC showed, Stormgate, which I'm personally, excited for that game. That game is being developed by some veterans of StarCraft and Warcraft, the RTS. Marvel Snap is coming to PC. We got Armor Core 6 showed, Mortal Kombat 1, we finally saw Ara History Untold. We saw gameplay and we saw how it
Hmm.
plays. Um, we saw some Diablo 4, I think DLC. We saw
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2, which looked pretty good. And those are basically some of the highlights. We saw some other games, but crazy. What excites you the most and what can you tell us about Gamescom?
The Black Myth Wukong game was pretty amazing, and the Crimson Desert game. I mean, when I was watching that Crimson Desert game, it's like you have Zelda, you have a lot of games in there combined. Because I was watching the guy jumping from like up, going down. I was like, wait, didn't we see that in Zelda? He was like jumping off
Yeah.
of Tears in the Kingdom, jumping down, from up there, and he's got all these cool special abilities and all these awesome stuff, and there's so much stuff to do in that game too. That seems is going to be a really big, huge game
My
for
my only worry for that game
yeah.
is they have all the mechanics. They seem to have it nailed, but how are they gonna like put this all together and make it work, and have like a story that makes you like progress. And at the end of the game, you feel like, oh, this is a great game. Because you can have all that, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't make sense, you just have a bunch of nice mechanics and you don't have a great game.
Purple says you forgot Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story. That was another game that was announced.
Oh, sorry, Purple. I maybe maybe I missed
Yeah,
that, or
or
maybe I don't know.
there was so much stuff announced, which
Yeah,
I was really amazed with all the stuff. And man, oh man, oh man, like I said, like Kiss Desert is the one that actually had me with my mouth open. And oh my god, that Black Myth Wukong, the way they were shooting the arrows at him and it was deflecting with the stick, I was like, oh man,
yeah.
that is so damn awesome. Dang. And the monsters too, everything. Just that game is gonna be amazing. That game for me is gonna be a Gotti. That game is gonna be a Gotti. Yeah, it has to be.
I don't know. I mean, we have to wait at the end of the day. But anything else like really caught your attention besides those two games?
I have to go through the list again. And like I said, Plume mentioned it earlier. He was playing Immortal. What was the name? Plume. I forgot.
Morals of Avium.
Immortals of Avium. Yeah, and Plume mentioned that game. I saw it and I was like, man, I really need to play that game. That game
Yeah,
has
that game
it's
reminds
got
me.
me
Yeah,
so hyped up because it looks like Ghostwire Tokyo, but more powerful. Like the guy has more
yeah,
power, more cool stuff
yep.
to do. Yeah. But yeah, I have to look at the list again because I saw so many things that I even watched it today. Oh yeah, we had another Bill Clinton guy, which really
Yeah.
seriously, I was like, okay, dude, you trying to make your impressions and sorry, dude, no matter what, that one made you look really bad. You shouldn't have done that. That was just dumb. Right then, that was just dumb. The other guy who did it first,
Let me ask you this crazy, because
damn,
I personally I think um due to the fact that this already happened the year
yeah.
prior, if you're Jeff Keighley and you see someone jump to you, shouldn't you try to like hide the mic away or something
Hi,
like
the
that?
mic, man. I mean,
Or
honestly,
like,
I'm gonna,
I
I'm
feel like
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it how it is. It might sound like I'm an SOB, but hey, if I'm on stage doing the show, right, and this guy comes to this stage where I'm doing the show, hey, anything goes. I'm not gonna hide the mic. I'm gonna beat him up with the mic, and I'm gonna kick his butt off the stage and get security to jump him, right?
yeah.
Because
Or
seriously,
what if he's trying to pull a Will Smith on you?
Will Smith on me. I don't care. I'm gonna kick his butt because seriously, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know. And you can try to sue me, but I say, hey, you came on stage. I don't know what you're gonna do. Were you gonna stab me? Were you gonna shoot me? What were you gonna do? So of course I'm gonna defend myself. And that's something I don't get about Jeff. Jeff was like, he was hiding, man.
He was
Hit him.
laughing. He was actually laughing
No,
at it, but
he was
yeah.
moving like he was scared. No, I would
Nah,
literally hit
nah.
him
He
with the
was
mic.
laughing. Like, look at it again. He was laughing.
I would
But
look at it again. Yeah, he was laughing, but he was laughing like in an
Seemed like
embarrassing thing. But
seemed like a
seriously,
nervous laugh. Man.
how would you feel if someone ran up and tune into the Xbox International podcast on YouTube? Here's the thing though, Giovanni. It like I said, it's a really bad situation. You're on a stage, you're conducting a show. It doesn't matter what happens. You're in the middle of a show. You don't know what the guy's gonna do. I mean, if somebody hops on stage, because number one, that's disrespectful. Disrespectful not only to Jeff, also to the people who are on there or surrounding it. That's disrespectful to all that because it's a program, right? And you got to go through it. You jumping into that, just trying to distract it or do something to sabotage, whatever you're doing. It looks really bad. Even though they can come on and try to shut up my show, I don't know what's he gonna do because I don't know if he's gonna come on or hit me or do something. I mean, I need to turn around and defend myself right away. I wouldn't think twice because somebody just that something that's not planned just happening like that. That's insane. And another thing, seriously, is Bill Clinton a gamer, an avid gamer, or something? Because I don't understand why does it always have to be Bill Clinton
I
every
think
time.
he was just trolling
uh,
based off of the first time. This guy, if you look it up, he's done it before. He always goes and talks. It's about GTA 6. It's like his thing that he's done previously.
Yeah, but
yeah, I then saw that he's done it several times already.
Yeah.
yeah, but again, seriously, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, I would turn around and just even though he's trying to shut up my show, I don't care. I would just go out and say, "Hey, man, no, that's not cool." And then after that, we'll walk backstage. Even though he's trying to shut up my show,
But
I really appreciate it. I would seriously tell him you can't do that on a showcase.
anyway, crazy. I'm gonna cut you out because we all know that you cannot even do like you can't even do a normal kick like
roundhouse kick.
Nah,
I tried it. We saw the
we
video.
saw it and it didn't work. So I'm gonna go to Plume. Plume could probably throw some kicks. He plays sports. So Plume, I don't need you to throw any kicks, but I do need you to talk about Gamescom. I got you excited.
So I found the show was basically most games we've kind of already seen before. It was interesting because a lot of stuff I'm excited for already. Crimson Desert I'm with you, Louis. That game looks really cool. When I first saw it, honestly, it reminds me of like, I know it's based off of their Black Desert MMO game. So
which I played a lot of that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and I never played it, but like it gave me like, with the way that the character was moving, climbing, the combat, it gave me like open world Assassin's Creed vibes, the open world versions of them mixed in with like a bunch of other stuff. So I love those AC games. So that one looks pretty cool. I'll probably be checking that one out. And Black, whatever it's called, Wukong, whatever it's called. Yeah, that one. That looks incredible graphically, at least. Like, it looks like, wasn't this made by like, started off as like one guy who made it or something, and then the team expanded, and like it looks phenomenal. That looks cool. And then just like other games that I'm already looking forward to, like I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Mirage this year when it drops, so that was cool to see that there. Mortal Kombat 1, yeah, I played the beta last weekend. Is so good. And they had more stuff during Gamescom showing off some more game modes for Mortal Kombat 1, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, the show overall, I mean, it was nothing that blew us away with any new announcements, but I think overall it just shows how many crazy games are coming out. So yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. Tekken keeps on impressing me. That's actually Tekken.
A game Tekken looks cool.
That game.
Mortal Kombat looked great too. Also.
Yeah, it's like they're having a pretty cool. It's gonna be like a big fighting duel competition. I mean, you got Killer Instinct coming out, with the upgrade. You got Tekken, going out there, which Tekken looks fabulous. I'm in love with this new Tekken game.
You got Street Fighter.
So you have Street Fighter
6.
Street Fighter 6, but I don't know why, but Street Fighter, it's like it cooled down right away. I don't know what happened to it. It's like it's already cooled down. And then you got Mortal Kombat 1, which every time they show something new, it gets more and more impressive. And here's the thing, though, I found weird about Mortal Kombat 1. The stories, it kind of switched. I don't know if when you guys saw the trailer, like before Liu Kang was a champion, now it's Raiden. What? I was like, what?
No, well, you gotta see the story trailer because the story basically it changes. It's kind of like a reboot.
Yeah, it's a new.
Yeah, but okay.
You gotta see it. Definitely, you gotta see it.
Yeah, you gotta see it.
You will understand it because it changed completely. Like everything is changed. Like for example, just to give you a small example, Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now. So just so you have an idea. Yeah, just so you have an idea. But anyway, because we're running out of time, but I want to jump into real quick. I want to give a question. We got today that basically Microsoft made, well, it was today or yesterday? I don't know. Anyway, we got the information that in order to, they restructure the deal, basically, they're allowing Ubisoft to get the rights for the cloud games for Activision Blizzard. I don't know if Plume probably have more information if you want to explain it a little bit better before we...
Sure. Yeah, so as we know, they're fighting with the CMA right now. They're going through the appeals process, and that's on hold. So with that being on hold, they created a new proposal to try to get the deal passed in the UK, which this new proposal is giving Ubisoft all the rights for the Activision Blizzard catalog in terms of distributing games to streaming platforms. So basically, Microsoft is just, you can you can decide which streaming platforms these games are going to be on. And I guess the reason to do that is to show that they aren't trying to be anti-competitive in cloud, and that they are going to allow many other companies out there, even though they've already made deals with like the Boosteroids and the Ubitus and the Nvidias and stuff like that. But just to, I guess, signal to the CMA that they aren't going to be anti-competitive, and these games will still be accessible on multiple different cloud services. So Ubisoft is going to have the choice as to where Activision Blizzard games are going to be ending up in terms of cloud gaming. It doesn't really change anything at all if you're a Game Pass subscriber. If you're an Xbox fan, it really just is going to give more access to more people. That was like a major thing people were kind of freaking out about, it seemed, after that was happening, was, will you need 2 subscription services now to get access to these games via the cloud? And that's not going to be the case. They're obviously going to license these games to Xbox as well to be on Xbox Cloud Gaming. So it was a big thing. And I guess now, as it's a brand new restructured deal with that in there, that the CMA has to rule whether it's good enough for them to approve the deal. So then Microsoft can close everywhere and not close over the UK and stuff.
So here's my thing, because this is what's interesting. So by Microsoft, giving Ubisoft this, right, into their hands, right? Could this mean that later on down the line we might see Ubisoft Plus into Game Pass? Because like it's opening a door for them right there, for Microsoft to sit down and talk to them about it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to see, because I mean, EA Play's in there, or EA Play, it's called EA Access, whatever it's called now. And they seem to be enjoying being in there with Game Pass, because it's not going anywhere. So maybe, you never know, maybe they'll add more tiers to Game Pass where you pay a little bit more and get access to it all. And it's already on the console itself. But I think that would be awesome. I would love to see that happen, and just have, even if it's like maybe $5 extra a month, where you get access to Ubisoft Plus as well, with the content that comes in Ubisoft Plus. For me, it would be something I would 100% sign up for. But yeah, maybe there'll be more. Maybe this just helps their. Maybe we don't know what's inside of this deal, but maybe this gives like a better relationship where, maybe more Ubisoft games just come onto Game Pass, stuff like that.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, I have a theory, but before I do provide that theory, I just want to say, because Crazy is never ready. So Crazy, start pulling up the poll of the week, because you never have it ready. But I personally think another thing that this could be also a strategy is, we all kind of assume, especially with all the T's, that Microsoft is also trying to go after Sega, which could be a great fit for them, especially since they want to get into the Asian market. So what if also this is a move, because they won't have to worry about, like, this won't affect cloud, which is the big, it's the big, like, I would say, like, spine on the, or like thorn on the on the finger, on the leg, whatever you want to call it. It's basically the big thing that could affect them from buying another publisher. So by doing this, since Ubisoft can basically put any Call of Duty or any Activision Blizzard game on any of the other services, including PlayStation Plus, so it might be easier for them to actually go after Sega, which will be a great fit for them to make, the Asian type of games, such like the JRPGs, some of the family games that they also need, and maybe even like fighting. I don't know.
And to that, because we know this deal, right? It's about the mobile gaming. Like, it's pretty clear at this point. They probably don't care that much even about the cloud. It's all about getting into the mobile space and be able to grow there. And Sega literally just purchased Rovio. So I feel like that's a even bigger thing for Microsoft to look at, that they would potentially want to go out there and get Sega. But I feel like that's a pipe dream still. But I think it'd be awesome if that happened. For Game Pass.
Let's cross fingers on that, because really, like I mentioned earlier, hello, are we still here?
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. I was like, oh, we froze for a bit, but yeah, It's binary. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I was lost about what was I gonna say. Oh dear lord.
Be a specific headset
Yep.
that you gotta buy from them that you can use it with.
So
Oh
basically, trying
my
to
god.
make.
So
Oh yeah.
maybe it is the new ones.
Sony says portal will be available. It's going to be 1080p 60, which is cool, right? No problem with that. But either way, though, PlayStation Portal will connect remotely to your PS5 over Wi-Fi. So basically, they still have not said if you can actually take it outside or anything. They still have not confirmed that
Oh, it's
because
remote play only.
for remote play only. Oh, Lord. But the question is, can you take it outside?
I assume maybe you can, but you have to keep your PS5 like on.
PS5, like
Uh,
in what's it called
and you
in
have to have
GameCube mode?
Wi-Fi. You have to be connected to a Wi-Fi network at the same time. So, it's like you're not going to be able to use on the bus
Oh my god.
Yeah.
or whatever.
So here's the thing, though. Do you guys think it's a waste of money to release that, or why don't they just work on their own portable thing and link it all up together? You know, make a good portable handheld. You know, for players to enjoy, not this mess. I mean, for me, this is a mess.
I'll say this real quick. I think that personally, they have a different strategy, and at the same time, they do make money off of hardware, and I think this is just a way for them to test the waters. I do see that a lot. Some people, will find this usable because, let's face it, not everyone plays video game like when they're on the go, like on the bus and stuff like that. You usually, when you play your handheld, you usually are connected to a Wi-Fi connection. So it does make sense in a way. I wouldn't give $200 for a device like that. But
Yeah.
there's gonna be people that are gonna give that money because they don't care about they don't care if it's via the internet, if it's cloud, is whatever. They just want
No,
to play.
no. Here's the thing, though, because they're saying I'm having a stroke now. No, I'm not. I'm not having a stroke, silent or dark. You says you can remote play on a different network and use it. The thing is that it's this whole thing is weird because they were saying that you got to connect it to the same Wi-Fi as your PlayStation is connected to. So if I connect to a different Wi-Fi,
Wait,
would
where it says that?
I read it? I'm telling you, like I read it like a while ago. That's what they mentioned, and
Crazy.
then like
We showed you that was fake news. Come
oh, that was fake
on.
news. Oh, okay. Because I basically that's no, that was at the beginning, and then Plume even said that it's a little bit confusing because they still have not confirmed it. But
Well,
yeah,
we don't know. We don't
Yeah,
know.
the marketing on it isn't
it's, it
clear at
isn't
all.
clear at all with that thing. So that's what I'm saying. It's a weird thing, but I hope you can though, because if you're gonna buy this $200 device and it has the same battery life as the DualSense, which is gonna be like 6 or 7 hours, pretty much, or 5 hours. It depends because right now with that DualSense, you've got an LCD screen pulling energy on there. So if it has the same battery as the DualSense, I don't know if it's gonna last those 5 or 6 hours. That's another thing.
Yeah, at 299, I feel like it's the price point where they just snuck in where people will buy this. I don't know how many, but people will. But it also like it seems like it's a relatively cheap device. Like I don't know how much that thing costs to produce. I don't know what how the screen is just like literally a dual sense cut in half, essentially with the screen in between. This could potentially just be their test, kind of see if there's a market out there where, because we know PlayStation is trying to expand out more
Right.
into cloud gaming, right? So maybe it's the beginning before they release their pure cloud streaming device where you're going to be able to play like PS5 games and all the PlayStation Plus premium stuff on there. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here, but who knows? We'll see.
Oh, here Talo says I'm worried about the screen breaking if I drop it. I will be worried too. It's weird. It's like how Dark said it. It's like how many people are saying it. This looks like a Wii U type controller.
Yeah,
So it's weird.
essentially.
It's
Well,
weird.
if it has the SSD, it probably worth the money.
Oh, if it, oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
you
thing.
didn't think about that.
Then I think
Ah.
about that, huh? Yeah. Let's see if it does though, because damn man, I'm telling you,
But
no
crazy,
Bluetooth.
give us a poll of the week.
All right, let me give you the poll of the week, and then I'll start complaining about the damn Q thing. Jesus Christ, I don't know how people are gonna spend their money, but either way, though, poll of the week is: what aspect of Starfield are you most excited about? Is it space exploration? Is it ship combat? Is it lore and RPG elements, or the ground combat? The winner is Space Exploration. Then comes Lore and RPG Elements. Wait, this is tied though. Ship combat and ground combat is tied with a 6%. That's interesting. Nobody cares
Yeah.
about that. But everybody I know, I'm interested about the whole ship exploration thing. I mean, I'm gonna be running around them planets doing a whole lots of stuff. And
You
but
know what's interesting too?
what?
People complain about the 60 FPS on this game, but the more people are actually more hyped for this game for the exploration and like the other stuff rather than the combat or the
But
stuff that you actually would need the 60 FPS.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Before, sorry, Plume, to interrupt, but I was gonna
No,
say
no, go ahead, go ahead.
if the game in 30 FPS moves real nice, neat, no problems at all, no frame drops or anything, and it's natively 4K. If it's 4K locked in, then you have something good in your hands. You have something good in your hands because either way, though, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna make me dizzy. It's not a fast paced game, kind of like Forza, but I feel like this game is just gonna be right down smack with those settings. It's gonna be 4K native, 30 FPS, and it's just gonna hold on to it, and it's just gonna move smooth as if it was 60. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that.
Yeah, I agree about like, is it just me or have we heard very little concern leading up in the last couple of weeks about the 30 FPS for this game with all of the hype surrounding it? So I feel like it's not even like people are gonna get their hands on it and they're gonna, I'm sure they'll feel it, but if the game is as good as kind of what it's sounding like, I don't
But
even think it's gonna be that big of a talking point.
well, we heard other huge concerns that are bigger than
Oh,
the
the start
the
screen. Yeah,
FPS.
yeah. No, for sure. That's bigger than third. That's bigger than the frame rate.
Oh
Yeah.
man, but anyway, Lou, I guess we're ready to land the plane, man.
Yeah, let's end this plane. Let's end this plane, man. Hey, it was a really fun episode. Sorry about Sourblow's long reading program. Sourblow, thank you so much for reading through all that. But yeah, man, you read
I
a
ain't did
lot.
that bad. Come on. At the
Yeah.
beginning, maybe the Lord. That's where I read the most.
Mm. Either way, though,
We need
you're
silent. We need silent. Silence of the good reader.
yes, and it's a good reader. I was about to grab a pillow there, go to sleep, but we can't do that live. I'm just kidding, Salvo. You did a pretty good job. But hey, man, it was a lot of fun. Chat, like always, you guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. I love you all to death, like always. Thank you so much for coming each and every week and enjoying our show and sitting with us and chilling with us. Really appreciate it with lots of love. So it's time for our outros, and let us begin with the moisty one, Sourblow.
Oh man.
Please tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
You can find me on Twitter, Sourblow18, Xbox Sourblow18, YouTube Sourblow18. You can also find me sometimes Friday on Xbox International en Español, other than this place. And there, I hang out sometimes with Eternal Shaddai, which is the captain on that plane over there, and in the Spanish speaking podcast. We also got Ask Up Gaming. Sometimes, unfortunately, Crazy Lou jumps in there and talks his BS. But, you can find us there if you speak Spanish. If you have a friend that speaks Spanish, send them over there. And I also would like to say, follow us at XBI Podcast in Twitter. So at XBI Podcast in Twitter. That way you get the information of when our next episodes are coming out or any information that we might send out.
All right, all right, all right. And now the awesome hashtag insider, Mr. Big Plume. Tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
You can find me with daily videos on my YouTube channel, Plume Network, and you can find me on Twitter, sometimes trolling, sometimes providing inside information, and sometimes being serious. So those are the two best places.
All right, all right, all right. And where can you find the crate? What are you doing, you dog?
What's wrong, Grace?
Are you eating my shoe? What? Oh man, the dog is eating my shoe. Nice. Where can you find the crazy one? Simple and easy. You can find me at Crazy Louis Gaming on Twitter or whatever it's called. What is it called? Is it Twitter? Is it Twitter X? What's it called,
I
guys?
just call it Twitter. I don't know.
Let's just keep on using Twitter. You can find me on Twitter, Crazy Louis Gaming, where I say good morning and do awesome shower videos and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Yes, I do. You can also find me on Mondays at the Xbox Lunch Break Special with Mr. Boomstick, Mr. Fuzzy Belvedere, and Mr. Web Dave at the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel. And like always, here every single Wednesday with Sourblow, Silent Cypher, and the Big Plume in the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET, chilling and talking about what's going on in the gaming world. And guys, like I always say, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And remember, let's go, let's rock, and let's get crazy. Yes, see you all next Wednesday. Bye, guys. Love
See ya.
y'all.
All right, outros play.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.